What's going on, Aries? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the month of December 2023. So in this reading, Aries, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you regarding December 2023. But before we begin this reading, Aries, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, Aries, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Aries. So, without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy for you, and we'll see what's coming your way for the month of December, Aries. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this active divination for the sign of Aries. Let's see what we got going on here for you, Aries. Ooh. All right, Aries, it looks pretty good for you. Other than some sort of relational speed bump, you know, a big issue in one of your relationships is coming through real big, like you're making a judgment on someone. But before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards. And these are some messages from the universe for you, Aries, regarding December. The first one you have is Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe, angels, stand close, surrender your concerns, and allow a miracle to occur. And just intuitively, Aries, I do feel like Spirit is stepping in on your own behalf to help you really dissolve and transmute dramas, fears, and it's just coming through as like a lot of like unnecessary psychological drama that could be draining you. And I do feel, Aries, there's a lot of interdimensional activity that's going to be messing with you. So yeah, I literally feel this for you, Aries. Some of you may experience paranormal activity, like a door slamming shut. Like Spirit is not going to let you waste your energy on anything that does not serve your highest good in December. It's just not going to happen anymore. And so there is a lot of interdimensional activity. I do get a little bit of a spooky energy, kind of like, hey, if you don't realize what's going on, for some of you this is a relationship, then Spirit's going to step in and make it worse. And you may think that's bad, but there's a higher order to good and bad. So a lot of you just may feel like a very dramatic situation is simply dissolving because you can't deal with it anymore. Its Spirit is coming in. So you are safe as well. You know, for whoever needs to hear this message, you know, you are protected. Archangel Michael is the patron saint of protection. Okay, so there could be something here about a risky situation you're involved in, whether this is in your home, business, family, friends. You are protected physically. And I do get that Spirit is going to move your physical, something going on with parent, like I'm telling you, Aries. So just be on the lookout for that. If things are like extra weird spookiness, it's actually for your highest good. I feel that. The next energy you need more of, or the message from the universe, is Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, and stay grounded. Okay, so this is definitely to plant your own 2 feet on planet Earth, and don't get lost in your imagination, and too much spirituality is not going to be good for you this month, Aries. Whenever you see this Earth connection, I do feel there's an earth sign coming into your life, by the way. If there's an earth sign out there, or someone who grounds you, someone who makes you feel like instead of an in-breath, fire, air, it's like, Spirit is advising you to form a relationship with someone who, for a lot of you, they're going to be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but for many of you, they're just going to be very earthy. I don't know why I get that, but this is the message coming through for you. Whether this has to do with a relationship or not, Aries, there definitely is a message to love the planet as well. And this energy of the Archangel Michael and Gaia, I do feel like you are going to be an important part of the new earth. Okay? Like I do feel like there's a shadow kind of like negative energy that's being lifted off of you with the help of Archangel Michael and your guides, and Spirit is coming in. But there is something for you to take responsibility for the earth and to create heaven on earth based on your consciousness, okay? So you're either adding to this suffering of humanity based on your thoughts and actions, your vibration, or you're helping it. And I really feel like there is an opportunity for you to step outside of your own imagination and just do what is right. This seems like a vague message, but it's not. Don't think in December 2023. Act. Do, because you already know what's right. Do what you need to do, Aries. This is a message, but I know it's going to resonate vibrationally now as we're getting into it. The next energy, the message from the universe, the last one before we get into the tarot, is Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required for you to further progress. And so this is a card of stoicism. You know, there's definitely a message from the universe that you need to put into practice the things that your earthly experience has taught you, and not necessarily something that you've read in a book. Melchizedek appears when we need to be more of a stoic. We need to develop our own philosophies. We need to act on what has been true for us rather than what has been objectively true. Okay, so this could be in your work as well, Aries. I do feel for a lot of you, there's a lot of journeying in what you're going to invest in with your work, and maybe be more of a pioneer, more of a trailblazer in your work. And whatever you do for work, adding your own experience to it. You know, this is how I've seen it work, and not invalidating other people's experience, but just really hunkering down on your own philosophy and see where that goes. Not that you want to be inflexible, but that's just what I get. So before we get, or not before, let's go ahead and move into the tarot now, Aries. There's definitely, there's a lot of potential within relationships that you're going to be analyzing this month. But what you want to do is not take people's promises, their imagination. You want to look at the facts of what's happening right now. Do you feel good now or no? Because there is this message for you, Aries, that a lot of you are waiting for someone to develop. A lot of you are in a love relationship right now, career relationship, friendship, family, that the only reason you're still hanging around is because of hope that it's going to transform. And to be honest, I feel like for some of you it's going to go either way, but there could be a stepping away from a relationship because it's not, because here's the thing. Your opportunity this month, Aries, is the Magician. Okay, and the Magician has to do with potential. Okay, so I do feel like there's going to be something activated within your career when it comes to you activating your potential based off stoicism. What can you bring to the table that's new? Okay, you see the infinity symbol above the Magician here. There's definitely something to do with your potential that you're leaning into here. For some of you, it is going to be a potential relationship that you're feeding. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't know if you're talking to multiple people, but for some of the Aries out there, what I'm feeling is an existing relationship dissolving and a new one coming in, especially in love. And with the opportunity being the Magician, there is someone out here who you have a lot of potential with. In the same breath, some of you are holding out for the potential of someone to develop, and you may really want to check if that's going to happen or not, because your challenge is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is kind of like the stalker, it's the librarian, it's the card of gathering information and not being afraid of intellectual stimuli. Now, it is interesting that the message that you had is Gaia, be grounded, don't get lost in your imagination. So for some of you out there, I do feel, Aries, like the challenge is to get out of analyzation, just to be in your body, be here now. Does this person feel good to me or not? Almost like be more primal. You know, whenever the Earth card comes out, it talks about primality. What I'm sensing is two different things. For some of you Aries out there, there's definitely, you're peeping the potential of the relationship, a new one coming in for you. It's your opportunity, and it's also your challenge to investigate potential. But I feel that I think, Aries, the way in which you're going to really investigate potential is sitting in a vibration without wanting it to change. Because a lot of you are sitting in a vibration with someone in your life right now that it's actually not going to change for the better. So if it's not making you happy now, it's never going to make you happy. I'm literally telling you that. And so your challenge is to stop trying to, get more information just kind of be grounded. This is your challenge. Too much information gathering, too much. Well, I'm going to stay with this person because it's always, I'm going to find out more about them. We're going to just stop. For others of you though, and for all of you simultaneously, there could be a new relationship coming in that you're getting information that's a challenge, but it's actually a good thing. So you bear with me. There's a lot of gathering information about people, about relationships. And here's the thing, Aries. I feel like there's a major shift in consciousness about the potential risk of someone that you're around. There is potentially a dangerous energy around you. And I feel like it's someone else's energy bleeding onto you. That's just what I feel. Because and I feel like you're going to make a judgment about this. Because in your overall general energy, Aries, this is the overall vibe for December. It definitely has to do with analyzing relationships and maybe looking at the cold, harsh facts. Once again, what is the fact of this person that I'm around? What is their behavior? What is their actions? I don't care about your intention. I care about what you've done to me. And if someone has done something once, they're probably going to do it again. And the whole energy is the Two of Wands, the Judgment, and the Five of Swords. The Two of Wands has to do with contemplating partnership. It has to do with a risky option in front of you and a safe option behind you. But there's a judgment here that maybe the safe option isn't the safe option at all. That's just what I feel, because I feel like someone, whether this is you, maybe some of you do need to be in control of your own anger or your own negative intentions, but there really could be someone around you. There could be someone around you, Aries, that you spot, this person actually is not going to change. I don't sense necessarily that someone has bad intentions for you. The frequency that I'm getting for December for you is you start to make a judgment that this person's not going to change and I'm not happy right now. So what that leads to is incompatibility. And what you're going to be navigating through is a deep choice in love. I mean, we need relationships as human beings. I understand why you're around someone who maybe doesn't make you feel good. Because here's the thing. I just read a study, and people who are lonely, people who lack social connection, love life, family, friends, whatever, which can happen to you as an Aries because you're hyper independent. And if you're too picky, what can happen is if you're lonely and you're in that state of loneliness and you're hungry for love, social connection, it's as bad for you as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So I understand why you're putting up with this, but what I'm telling you is there's something better coming in. Okay, Aries, there's something better coming in for you. That's what I can tell you for sure right now. But I do feel like you're making a judgment on someone's character. Okay, and the word character, someone's character is what they are when no one's looking, or it could, someone's character could be revealed to you. And for some of you, it's going to be your own character, and you're going to have to work through your own kinks. You're not perfect, obviously. And I do feel like whatever relationship that you're making a judgment on, it's not all black and white. I do feel like many of you are getting reflections, because all relationships are basically reflections, Aries. Every relationship has something valuable to teach you about yourself based on you seeing a reflection of yourself in the person you're dealing with. You do need to do that, but don't make the mistake of fully doing that, because then you're just going to be lost in imagination and in this unhappy. I just feel like you're in an unhappy relationship, if I'm being honest, and I feel like there's another one waiting to come in, but you can't. I've probably done close to 1,000 tarot readings for clients, and the number one thing that I see is people's inability to clear space for something better to come in, because you don't want to have that awkward period, right? It's like me. My hair is great, but I need to cut it all off because it's like I've been doing braids. Like, I need to cut it all off and do a reset and have short hair, but I don't want to do it because then it's going to be an awkward phase. I don't even sense the awkward phase is going to last that long for you. That's just what I'm feeling. When it comes to what you don't see coming, Aries, you have the Six of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and also the Seven of Pentacles here, and what you don't see coming. So this is a really flighty energy. The Six of Swords has to do with movement, travel, and really getting out of some sort of choppy waters and moving to calmer waters. The Knight of Wands has to do with in and out energy. It's someone who talks crap. Maybe they're very fun and exciting and stimulating here. But there could be something that you're moving away from that's very inconsistent. Okay, you could be moving away from inconsistency and really hunkering down. I do feel that by the end of November, you're going to be much more secure in your decisions and feel good. You're going to feel much more grounded. But as for what you don't see coming in the beginning of December, mid-December, something, it seems to me, is kind of dissolving. I don't know if there's a friendship. I don't know if there's a love relationship. I don't know if there's family. I don't know if there's career. We're going to clarify. But something's definitely, I think you're choosing to no longer invest in something that's just not reliable. It just doesn't, and maybe it's reliable for someone else. We don't want to make an enemy out of the person that maybe you're choosing to move away from. We don't want to make an enemy because everyone is here. Everyone is valid. Everyone has their own experience, but it's just not for you. So my advice to you in this situation would be to not make an enemy out of your person, but to just realize it's not the person for you in the way that you've been experiencing it. That's just what I get. And now here's the thing. When it comes to your advice from Spirit, Aries, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and also the Temperance card. For many of you interested in love out there, I do feel like there's a great earth sign out there for you. It's someone who improves your life, who de-stresses you out instead of adds stress. The Temperance card is a very relaxing, watery, healing energy. It has to do with tempering down emotions, really alchemy, and humans are 90% water or whatever, and you see the harmonious thing. So I feel like the advice is that there's a harmonious relationship there for you, but I feel like it's not with the main person that you're dealing with right now. I feel like it's on the horizon. I feel like maybe as we get into 2024, for some of you in December, it will happen very quickly, because here's the thing. This energy is pretty quick energy. And what you don't see coming, of the Knight of Wands, the Six of Swords, you could be traveling to see someone that you're with right now could be traveling away from you. There is this thing in what you don't see coming about investment and travel. Someone could be saying, hey, I want to travel to you, I want to invest. Or you could be saying, I want this person away from me, I don't want to invest. But I just think it's interesting, Aries, that this is here. And if this is not to do with love here, Aries, and I feel like a lot of enthusiasm, authenticity, spiritual energy, and just getting earthy with it is what you need to do. Remember, this is not an energy of overthinking. This is an energy in your advice, whether this has to do with love or not, Aries. I'm going to act and ground my passion without overthinking it. And that is the energy that I get for you. You can really get lost in over planning this month. Do not think too much. Act. Remember, your Page of Swords is your challenge. Trying to figure out, I feel like you already have the information that you need. I also feel for a lot of you that Spirit and your opportunity with the Magician has been giving you a lot of downloads. Act on this. Do this idea. And you don't do it for some reason, and then you're wondering why no more downloads or inspiration is coming to you. What this is saying to you, Aries, if this does not have to do with love, that the only way more inspiration is going to come to you is if you already ground the inspiration that's already coming to you. And, some of you just feel like maybe you're not ready for it. I do feel like there's a stretch. Spirit's giving you an idea that is a stretch, but you can handle it. Trust me. Because here's the thing. Once again, in your opportunities, the Magician, your challenge is the Page of Swords. So I feel like there's this idea, like Spirit is like, do this idea, like activate your potential in the physical world. And you're just like, I don't know if I'm really ready yet. And that's the exact moment when you should act. Do the thing. The thing that you fear shows that you care. So there could be a fear of your own potential here, Aries. And I do feel for some of you, what this is, and, take this or leave this. This is not going to be for all of you. But for some of you, Aries, I do feel like subconsciously you're keeping someone around you as an excuse to not become your highest self and not really shift into the new earth as well. Because, this is new earth energy. And I feel like there's a raising to your vibration that needs to happen. And raising your vibration isn't about adding on new beliefs, adding on anything. It's about letting go, because your vibration is naturally high. But all this stuff from the Matrix, you just may need to decondition from it. But I actually like this reading for you. I think, the universe has your back. Trust heaven. The universe, there definitely is something, with trusting heaven. Remember, Aries, all of us have pre-birth agreements. Our soul does set out a plan, a blueprint, a template for this life. It's not that you don't have free will, you do. But in December 2023, I feel like the universe is shifting you to get back in alignment with your destiny. Okay? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and start clarifying this reading. Let's go ahead and clarify why the Two of Wands is in your overall general energy, Aries. Why is the Two of Wands here in your overall general energy? Told you I was going to Maine. This is my new office. I'm not even in a house. You could tell can't you tell the energy's different? I'm about to minnow pond yo ass. Okay, why is the Two of Wands here? Why is the Two of Wands here for Aries? That's a little too much, but I do see the Devil, the Tower, and the Five of Wands. I do see that. Now, it looks like I'm fumbling this deck, Aries, because it's so small. But if you just bear with me, I promise you my clarification accuracy is very high with this deck. So let's just bear with me. Why is the Two of Wands here in your overall general energy? Two of Wands is clarified by the Temperance card, the Death card, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands here. Yeah, I feel like you're really working through a lot of confusion. It's interesting the advice is the Temperance card, and the Two of Wands is being clarified by the Death card, Temperance, and the Seven of... You're definitely working through a lot of emotional issues with someone at this time. You're considering, is this emotional baggage that I have to put up with this person? Is it worth it here? And, you know, there also could be this idea of a third party here, whether this is another person you're talking to or your person. You know, there could be this idea that, you know, someone was meant to be in your life for a season, not forever. So I don't know, Aries. Let's just keep going. I do feel like, let's clarify why the Judgment card is here. Why is the Judgment card here in your overall general energy? Yeah, the Judgment card is clarified by the Three of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the High Priestess here. Wow, Aries. Yeah, so I do feel like a lot of you are making a judgment here that something is really hurting your heart. And I do feel like it has to do with the vibration of someone around you. I do feel that. Once again, I don't feel like someone has bad intentions for you. I just feel like it breaks your heart that they're not who you thought they were, or the potential isn't panning out. And then you have this whole thing about new love, like I told you. And a lot of you may make a judgment that, you know what, I'm going after new love because this is just hurting me. I'm not happy right now. And a lot of you could just be fighting with the fact that you're not happy in relationship. I mean, the whole month, the overall general energy, you could be, you know, challenges the page of sort. Am I happy with this person? Am I not? Just remember, no one's going to make you happy besides yourself. But I do feel like if someone's making it hard for you to make yourself happy. And then there's this intuition about new love. And there's a judgment. There's a discernment. You know what? I feel like there's new love coming my way. Now, for a select few of you, some of you could... This whole thing could have to do with a third party that you're dealing with the person that you're currently dealing with in love. I do sense that for you. But it's more about you. And even if that's happening, you're just like, whatever. That just confirms my own not happiness. I mean, unless that makes you happy. I don't know, Aries. But I don't know. Let's see what just... Why is the Five of Swords here? Because this is the card that has been standing out to me. I don't feel like it's your energy. I feel like it's an outside energy holding you back in the form of a person. So let's see why the Five of Swords is here in your overall general energy. You might have to be the bad guy. You know, there could have to be something here about the only way this relationship is going to end is if I'm a bad guy or a bad Aries. You know, there could be someone here who gets very angry with you for ending something. And a lot of you could be in this, you know, feeling of like, I don't want to just blow this up because it's going to be a nightmare for a little bit. So I don't know, what is this Five of Swords about? You know, you could be dealing with someone who's very triggered by you ending it with them in December. To be honest, very triggered. Makes it all your problem and has no accountability is kind of what I'm feeling. And that's why it's like, in your advice, it's like this is a childish. I understand you're an Aries. We have childlike energy, but this is just pure, like, this is 5-year-old weirdness. You know, there could be some as well. You have and I don't mean to scare you, but I do feel like this energy of kind of a nasty breakup, and you have Archangel Michael trusting heaven. So if someone's making, like, God forbid, like, threats at you, that's how you know that this whole contract is dissolved, because you can't. Why is the Five of Swords here? The Five of Swords is clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Wheel of Fortune here. Wow. So I feel like that for some of you that have this new earth sign, or some of you that are, this is resonating, I'm leaving, I'm closing out a relationship and I'm allowing the new one to come in. Someone is going to be so triggered by this new relationship and they're going to wish that they treated you better. That could be what this whole reading is going. I mean, the Five of Swords is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, your destiny, fate, a major opportunity, a portal, the Fools, a new fresh start, new beginning, almost like an enlightened feeling of following a new path. And the King of Pentacles is that earthy energy once again. You have the Queen of Pentacles in your advice. And so I do feel like the first thing coming through is someone is very triggered by a new soul contract that you have. And it may make them, Page of Swords is your challenge. You may give someone a nasty reflection. Now, let's forget about them. For you, I do feel like, once again, I feel like there's a new relationship with an earth sign coming in for you. If it's not an earth sign, there's someone who's very grounded. It's just a better frequency. It's just better. I'm sorry. And I do feel like you, in order to make this new one happen, that's actually meant to happen from a higher level, but you've just been kind of messing. I really think this is a nasty one. I'm sorry. I think either there's an unspoken resentment for some of you that deal with no drama. For those of you that are used to drama and fights within an existing relationship, it's just about to go down. Okay? So, let's keep going. All right, Aries. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and clarify why the Queen of Pentacles is here in your advice. Okay? Because I feel like this is your person, the new person. There's a lot of potential with, but you're still involved in something else, or vice versa. But let's see. This is just what I get. Why is the Queen? Yeah. I do feel like there's a time-sensitive thing happening, Aries, as well. That there's a new relationship opening up for you, but if you don't change your life, if you don't make space for it, it is going to go away. And in your advice, the Queen of Pentacles, this is definitely about a love situation. I'm sorry, it could be an Earth. They could have Earth in their sun, moon, or rising sign. There could be an Earth ascendant, Earth, moon, Earth, sun sign, or just very grounded or wealthy as well, or very good-looking. But in your advice, the Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Wands, the Lovers, and the King of Swords. You need to boss up and make a nasty choice in love here, Aries. Or just, not nasty, but clear and logical and not overly in your head. The King of Swords is like, I have enough information based off my experience with this person, and I'm going to make a decision off of that. Okay, and obviously, I made a big deal about the Two of Wands in your overall general energy. Now it's right next to the Lovers. So I feel like this is your opportunity to claim, to make space for a new relationship. It's not going to be easy, Aries, and what you don't see coming. You have the Six of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of in and out. There's a lot of uncertainty here, but I'm telling you this is what it is because, once again, the Five of Swords is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, and the King of Pentacles here, Aries. So there is a new fated relationship coming in for you, but I think there's something blocking it. Some of you, this won't be a love thing blocking it.